Okay, there it is. What's up, y'all? It's Jam and Sam, and today we're going to restore Donkey Kong 64 Angry Aztec. Now, this is a game. It's one of my favorite games from my childhood. I spent many hours playing this game. And here's the major theme. This is pretty much one of the only major themes that I've found that I like really am that I can really have the sounds to restore right now. So let's see how this goes, and let's see if other people like it as much as I do. All right, so we have. I'm gonna drag in my MIDI here. I've found it came with a pack of MIDIs. Like it's like somebody ripped all the MIDIs from the game. I didn't rip these myself. I just found it online. But it's definitely straight from the game, and I had to name them all myself. So I put them back on the like Discord already named. So now everybody has them named. So let's go MIDI out with Fruity LA. No, wait, this is Frantic Factory. What am I doing? Let's go MIDI out with Fruity LSD. And then let's load up our DLS file. All right, let's play. And I think the one thing about the MIDI here is that I think the game's engine was set to like loop certain parts without it actually playing. So you only hear the first part of the drum beat, and then this one, because it's on channel 10, it tends to glitch. Like Fruity LSD is such a bad plugin, man. It's like, so I have to set this to like 13 and basically fix what this thing is incapable of fixing. No, wait, I have to set it to channel 14. There we go. Now this drum beat is only going to play once. Note to self, reflect, request tie-dye helm, Blast-O-Matic online at Christmas. Ah, yes. Tie-dye helm is a good one. I haven't thought about that one. Yeah, it's like not, there's no drum beat in the background. That's what got muted out. For real. Yes, for real. For real, for real. Actually, oh, you didn't find it? Oh, bummer. It has a wind-up sound and then a toy running sound. Like, it's like where the toy is like running. And this, someone said this is like, sounds more Egyptian than Aztec. That's because it's written in the harmonic minor scale, which is a little bit less, it tends to sound Middle Eastern or Egyptian in most cases. So now you hear that some sounds have dropped out, like the wind dropped out. That's because at this point it just loops. But it doesn't loop in the MIDI. I love the flute and chant. Yeah, the chant's really cool too. I got such a bop, man. That's the one. Is this the Phrygian chord? No, it's not a Phrygian chord. It's not really a specific chord. It's like the harmonic minor. But the chord here might be of the Phrygian mode that's mainly being played. We'll go into it in a second. Okay, wow, that's actually almost sounds like an ending there. But no, let's see what the chords is here. Because the choir is playing pretty solid chord progression. We have like fifths here. So it's like F major, D sharp, F sharp, D sharp, F. So this is like F major or minor, I'm not sure which. And then you go D sharp, F sharp, So this is definitely like giving a Phrygian vibe because it's like, because our home is definitely F. But then you have this minor second up here. And if we refer to the melody kind of does, it hits this A here, right? So it has that very Middle Eastern vibe, which also somehow the Middle Eastern, like the Egyptians also use that kind of scale too. But this isn't really Phrygian because Phrygian would be... Oh. But we don't have that G sharp here. So instead of the G sharp, we raise that up to A, which creates a harmonic minor. It's more consistent with A sharp harmonic minor. Except that we don't have A sharp as the home. The chord is based on F, which points to a more Egyptian sounding scale. So that's what makes it sound very Egyptian. I don't think the Aztec music itself is not very well documented. Actually, I think it is well documented, but I don't know how much access they would have had to tools to make that in the 90s. So, like, I don't even know if he would have been able to hear. Like, instead of, he couldn't go look it up on the internet. Well, the internet was in its infants, like 4 years old at the time of this game's release. But I don't think there was many tools to hear to research Aztec music. I think he probably just went like a little Egyptian with this. So it's I'm not sure if that's exactly an Egyptian scale, but it is like Phrygian mode. Well, it's not really Phrygian. It's like Mixolydian mode of a harmonic minor scale. So it's like the A sharp harmonic minor, but it starts on F. It's kind of like the Lydian harmonic minor or something like that. Not really sure, but that's basically how it works. Wow, lots of questions here. Try assigning the drum track in one. It's oh yeah, I fixed that. Yo, first time stopping by the streams. Love DK64. Amazing work on these restorations, Sam. Thank you, Mr. Bones. Welcome to the stream. Hope you have a good time. Sounds very Banjo-Kazooie, which I guess really isn't surprised. I wonder how much overlap there is there. There's a lot of overlap there because it's this. Not only is it the same composer, but it was basically like they reused a lot of the same instruments, and that game was basically they used what they learned on Banjo-Kazooie and really expanded on that here. Although the camera control in this game is pretty bad and frustrating. And it's been 6 years since Chunky left us. So I don't know what that means, man. It's like, did Chunky die or something? Like in the DK universe? Doesn't the engine also tune out of key samples? I think the engine does tune the samples, like, because when I save some of the samples, it's like, oh, they're not, like, they're in a different tune, but then it's tuned in the MIDI, so I don't know. Not exactly related, but I think I found some of those samples used in Hot Pursuit of DKC3 OST of DKC3 GBA. Oh, really? That's interesting. Yeah, let me know which ones those are, and I'll see if I don't have them documented myself. Because that I am looking for like DKC3 GBA samples. So yeah, because people really want DKC3 GBA to happen, but I just don't have enough sources right now to do that at all. Like not even maybe I don't even think I have enough sources to do one song. Maybe one song I have enough sources to do. Why did they go with the minor instead for the Aztecs feel? Because the Aztec most of the sort of third world music is based on minor. A lot of minor stuff, like the Eastern European stuff is based on a lot of minor scales. And by extent, the Egyptian music is too, even though that's African, and African music was heavily based on the major scale instead. But somehow Egyptian music seems to be different. I haven't really researched a lot into it, but I think Egyptian music basically takes after Middle Eastern music. It's a little more Arabic, like it has a little bit more Arabic influence, and Arabic music also used a this kind of harmonic minor scale, but it's still minor, where it has that double step here. Here you can't even see the thing, but it's like no other scale uses this, like has this like minor second in it. I mean, it has the minor second in it, but there are no notes, legitimately no notes between it in this scale. And so this lack of like a this like double step, because it's like a whole step would be from here to here, half step would be from here to here, but this is like a step and a half. No other scale has this jump. Normally, traditionally it would be like, but this step in particular, this kind of motion is very like indicative of like Middle Eastern. We've been conditioned to hear it as very Middle Eastern and Egyptian. So that's kind of why he's kind of going for that ethnic vibe there with this like this minor third in the melody, and like combined with the minor second here. So that's kind of why it gives that feeling. Love Angry Aztec is easily my favorite DK track. Love your work, man. You're doing great. Thank you. Honest the goat. Welcome. Welcome, Sir Anonymous. Generic, just exotic sounding. I guess they just went for a generic Oriental tribal sound that is sample from the sample library and pop culture. Yeah, actually, the Oriental is something different because Oriental music uses a lot of like octaves, and it uses a lot of like pentatonic scales. Asian music in general uses a lot of like you can play it on the black keys and it'll sound very Asian traditional music. That's kind of like how particularly Chinese music goes a lot of the time. And then if you play it on power chords, play a melody in power chords, it also sounds very like Asian. Wait. No, I'm not even playing. That's not really power chords, so I'm having some trouble playing. I'm not really the best piano player. Or you can play it in thirds. It's kind of like how Oriental music usually goes. I love Chai Kingdom from Super Mario Land. Sounds like that. Ah, okay. Hideout Helm is my favorite DK64 track besides DK Isle. Ah, yeah, a lot of people love Hideout Helm. I'll have to keep that in mind. I like Crystal Caves better. I wanted to do Crystal Caves, but I can't find the drop sounds. It like just can't seem to find those drop sounds to save my life. No, so this is the first of many games. Donkey Kong was voiced by Grant Kirkhope. I like his gruff, laid-back vibe to him. I did notice, and that I didn't know that Grant was voicing Donkey Kong. I think also Kevin Bayliss is like the voice of Diddy Kong, right? I think so. And I think they said Evelyn Fisher was Tiny Kong, I do believe. I once watched an interesting video how we Western people portray Eastern/Arabic music and how wrong it is. A Hollywood stereotype proven wrong. Oh yeah, I mean mostly that makes sense. I haven't seen that, but I've heard about how like just how laughably bad Hollywood's interpretation of like Middle Eastern culture is. Like Lawrence of Arabia. I mean yeah. Definitely not accurate. But so I know that's why I say I don't know how accurate that is. Like it sounds like we're conditioned to have that feeling of it being Middle Eastern, but I don't actually know what the Middle Easterns and Egyptian scales are enough to say like that's like confirm or deny that. I have to research that. Really need to do more research into that. Okay. So we got into a lot of discussion here. Jungle Japes, or what's it called? Jungle Japes is the first level. That's the jungle world. Ah, okay. And Dixie. Ah, so she did the sound effect for Dixie in the second and third game then, I guess. All right, so let's get into it. Let's take our first channel. Oh, we were talking for I was talking for straight 15 minutes, 14 minutes. How did I get into like, I did not feel like 14 minutes. That's wild. So we have this jungle drum. This is a jungle drum from the EMU Proteus Effects, provided to me by Xavier RNC. And so let's copy this. One cool thing about Donkey Kong 64 is that these channels never change instrument, which is very helpful because that just makes it easier. That means I can just copy the entire thing, channel by channel. So let's call this drum. Yeah. Wow, why is it not copying? It's so stupid. I told it to like copy this. I think I did it from the piano roll. Should be the right tune, right? Oh, it's a little off tune. A little sharper. There's a lot more, it's a lot bassier. There's a lot less bass in the original. Nice. Listen to that rumble, man. It's such a good rumble. Nah, they recycled tiny voices. Ah, okay. The recycled tiny. Okay, for DKC. Oh, for the GBA. Yeah, they recycled Tiny's voices for DKC3 for the GBA version. Okay, that makes sense. Chris Sutherland did Diddy for. Oh, okay, so it wasn't Kevin Bayliss. Mario 64 got Soft Toadstool. Oh, wow. Didn't even know. That's crazy. Didn't even know that was a game. Okay, so we've got this drum going. Let's go, and I'm kind of in the mood to mix on the spot here. So let's do, let's get a saturation knob. Make this drum sound extreme. Ooh, that's too extreme. Yeah, let's give it a little more. Okay, now let's EQ it, because I feel like the bass is maybe pushing a little bit too much. Maybe it's just too loud in general. Because I want this to peak at 6. A little more. Okay. And maybe not so much bass. Maybe, and I want some more treble here, because I really need that snap. And there's some static at the static that hangs around here, so let's make sure that it fades out completely. Let's give the out a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Okay. Nice. All right, now let's give it, this is a very mono sample, so let's give it some chorus. Slow it down so it's not as so audible as a chorus. Let's turn it halfway, half power. Nice. And let's give it an exciter. Get that high end a little sharp. Yeah, there we go. And I'm sure this has like reverb on it in the game, because the game did have a reverb engine that it won't be present in the MIDI, obviously. It's called this reverb. And then we'll give it TSAR1R. Set that to be a hall type thing. Set it to 12%. Nice. That might be a little bit too heavy for a drum like that. Maybe let's turn it down to 8. Yeah, there you go. And now I think this is too much. Too much volume. For what basically amounts to a kick drum. Nice. All right, so it's nice that they can now have like 2 notes at once in here. That's really good. Okay. So this is definitely like doing Nintendo 64 songs, or at least Donkey Kong 64 is definitely more convenient than SNES. It's like, look, now everything is is conveniently and nicely wrapped in MIDI. Whereas like I think it was encoded in MIDI, but the SNES is like all messed up hex stuff, and so it gets messed up whenever it's converted to MIDI. But this comes along quite nicely. Okay, so now let's move on to this next thing, whatever this is. Let's find out. Oh, a triangle. Imagine that, a triangle in Aztec music. Although Grant Kirkhope was a very orchestral inspired guy, so he's probably using it as an orchestral instrument. Trying to make it like a orchestra piece, pretty much. So we have this beat. This is all just one, really just one bar repeated. So let's just grab that one bar, and then we'll find first empty, call this triangle. Good luck. Thank you, Smugs SMG065. All right, so let's get our triangle wave. The funny thing is, like, this is encoded in the game as a different sample, I think, but this is just really just the same sample. It's just shortened. So let's make it sustain. And then let's paste this in here, and let's send it all to 6 to C5. I do want it to kind of ring out all the way if I can. And I think the pitch is different. I think it should be shorter though. A little flatter. Maybe a whole note flatter. A little bit sharper. There we go. Very nice. Nice. I like it. All right. Are you restoring all the songs? This is the only song you're restoring. I am. This is the only song I am restoring so far, but we'll see how this does. Might go for more, but no promises. Welcome, Jamie Martin. Hey, Sam. I love your work. Thank you, Frank Bevy. Welcome. Yeah, pretty sure the devs in the SNES days had to code their own proprietary MIDI engines. Yeah, it wasn't even a MIDI engine. It was just like they just had to write it in a tracker and like code it in hex data. It's pretty crude, but here it's like now it's like the late 90s as opposed to the early 90s, so everything just got a lot easier. Okay, so we got that triangle line figured out. Now let's go. Oh, it's actually pan too. It doesn't really change panning either. So let's go copy that value and paste this here. Wow, this is so much easier than SNES tunes. And definitely much easier than Glover because of the, I guess Rare just had a really convenient engine. Rare was really good at like organizing their data. Okay, so we have now this pipe flute. Yes. Okay, so this comes to us from the Roland JV 1080. Oh, it's actually the JV1080 World disc. And I think it has some attack here. Let's see. Definitely brighter in the game. So let's go to edit this. Let's edit this patch. And let's make it, so we need TVA. That's basically amplitude. The A is for amplitude. And then I don't really understand how to edit these very well, but I think it's like T1 is like time 1. That's attack. Oh yeah, amp envelope. So T1, let's move this up a little bit. I wonder if I can just, no, I can't just drag that. I think it's a little less than that. Maybe let's try like 15. Cool, now let's go and give this a mixer track. How do you know what synths the original composers used? Because you just have to match it to the best of your ability. And we know that, and we know from interviews that Grant had the Roland JV 1080 and used it a lot. And we can also just, like, other than that, I just have to, and we also know he had the Proteus FX, which is where this is from. So we really just have to match it by ear best we can. And we can also look at the spectrum analysis to see. But it's not a perfect science, but it is an art, and it is an art which I do tend to have some mistakes in, but I try to minimize it as much as possible. And there's also the video game restoration community also does a good job of like finding some of these. Though you may need to listen to the OST because I believe it has some reverb on it. It does have some reverb on it. I am going to tackle the reverb in the. I might just tackle the reverb in the at the end. Although we could do it now. I don't mind. I'll just be checking real quick, see what it sounds like is reverberated. Yeah, it sounds like pretty much everything is reverberated to me. I don't. Yeah, I'm just gonna. So now I kind of remember what it sounds like. I think I'm doing pretty well so far. Yeah. Can't tell if the let's see. I'm gonna say the triangle probably has reverb on it too. And it's also might be a little sharper than that even. I've also forgot to mix that one. Let's go and mix it. Let's give it some chorus. Turn it to half power. Turn it slower. Nice. Give it saturation. Nice, look at that. Sounds so good. I don't want to give it, it's mostly in the high end, so I don't want to give it any excitement. But I love that. It also feels a little bit too strong. I want it to be kind of in the background. I like where this is going. Thank you, Ciara. Glad you like it so far. The attack on the fan flute is a little bit shorter, methinks. Alright, let's try it. If you could hold down shift, you can select tones where they light up on the green select button. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Pull down the tones to where they light up, on the select button. I'm not really sure to what context that is. Let's turn down the, maybe let's go for 10. Also I'm gonna put the, I'm gonna put the melody playing while I do that. Let's see. Let's copy this. And then let's go to a new pattern and I'm gonna paste this in here. Now, let's see. I think this... Whoa, what is that? That does not sound right. That doesn't sound like when I played it. That's weird. I think maybe it's something with the wrong channel. Or maybe it's just because it's high velocity. There we go. Nice. Okay, so this melody repeats pretty much 1-to-1, I think. Yeah, this is exactly... Wait. This one... see, it ends... The only difference is it ends on C sharp, right? That's the only difference, so we'll keep that. I just want to remove these spaces. What is that? Is that really the flute still? We'll have to see. Oh, it is still the, Yep. I think it actually has no attack. It's just like a, I think he, like... I think it's just a chiff sound at the beginning that isn't present in the game. Those harmonics, yeah, right? Your mic may be glitching. It sounds like there's a filter or it's muffled. As for the music, it's perfectly fine. Let's see what is going on with my, I do not know if that's, that sounds bad or not. The velocity was low on that. So maybe there's like a chiff sound in here that I can remove. Let's see. Let's also remove this space. Oh, wow. This is basically the only sound used. It's also very quiet. Let's turn up the, let's turn the volume up to 150%. I also want to, so let's go, I want to make sure that this is, like, there's no other variations in this. Yeah, so this is pretty much the same. Actually, it's exactly the same, except for that C instead of C sharp, which is a fine detail. So let's... Oh, wow. Let me... So let me go ahead and remove everything but the last bar, since the last bar is the only variation here. Nice. I could also just have that, if I wanted to, just have that last note, and just keep that as, like, the variation. That would be cool. And then I can also... Now let's take out all of this space. Actually, let me set this to bar, and then just delete space. Or control delete. Yeah. So now let's go by the beat. And then let's move this over here. And then let's put a downbeat here. Now we're condensing all these melodies. And then we have this one. Okay, so this isn't needed anymore. Nice. All right. So now let's put another downbeat marker here. So I wonder if... Oh, because there's another wave at the top here. So if I go full velocity, it mutes out now because I disabled all the other parts. But there's another part here that does like this. Which one is it? Yeah, see, that's not right. Unless it's like... Let me see if I can edit the velocity. Velocity and key range. See, like, there is a thing here. So tone 1 is like going, the lower is, the lowest is, so if I make the lowest 1, and then the upper is like 127, and then I do the same for tone, for actually all of them. Yeah. Now I can switch between them. Actually, that sounds better. It's like this versus... See, there's like another harmonic in here. There's like another harmonic playing in there that's only present in that other patch. Yeah. But also there's some upper stuff happening over here, so that's interesting. Oh no, actually these are just artifacts of Fruity LSD. It plays a bunch of harmonics up here that don't actually exist for some reason. There might also be a filter on it, I'm not sure. Let's see. I want to make sure that all these filters are all the way up. Or just turn them off. That'll work even better. Oh yeah, there we go. Yes. Nice. Much better. Nice, I'm glad I found that. Turn the volume down on that. I need to pick one of these. Which one? Let's see which one matches more. I want to say this one matches more. Actually, both of them, I think, really make more sense. Right, that's very good. So basically, when Grant was making this, he probably... Because these are all empty, right? There's nothing here. Oh, wow. That's what was tripping us before. This number 4. This 2 is empty, but this 4 has like a weird noise. So basically, Grant just like removed that part, and then he turned the filters off. Is what it sounds like. I like both flutes, but the second one sounds close. I think they sound better when they're both there. I think he used them both. Yeah, that sounds good. Nice. Like one more of both. Yeah, you're right. Both. Both is good. From the Road to El Dorado. Any Road to El Dorado fans in here? Both is good. Why does it sound like a crying ostrich? You mean that other sound? That other sound was awful, man. What is that sound? Like, what did they even do with that? Like, is that where does it show? I think it shows you the names of them. Zampo attack. Wow, okay, that's weird. Zampo attack. Interesting. It is ethnic. It is the ethnic disc. So, never heard of that either. Okay, but now it sounds good. Love that melody. Did this have another note at the end of here? I think this is just the ending. Yeah, so I don't need that. That's just the melody we're starting. Let me make sure that it didn't have like an ending in on it. Nope, didn't. Okay. So cool. So that was fun. That part's done. Is there any panning to this? Yes. And does it change? No. Okay, so let's copy this panning. And let's give this, okay, so this already has a mixer track. Let's go and mix it. Yeah. Although I don't know if we need, is this stereo already? Yes, it is. No, it's not stereo. So we do need chorus. Yeah, there we go. Give it reverb. And let's give it saturation. Yeah. And the cool thing about this is since it's not a sample and since it's a VST, the VST automatically like cuts the frequency, like low passes it when it gets up too high. So we don't have to do that. Usually we have to do that manually, but in this case we don't because it's a VST. See? And it's never going past. It's never going supersonic. Like a lot of times we have a problem with the contact patches doing that and the samples. So now we don't have that problem because it's in the VST. Oh, it is a movie. Yes, it's a great movie. The Road to El Dorado. It's kind of similar to the Emperor's New Groove, and it's the same animation style. I think. I like how clear it just got. Yeah, it got just really clear. Like we really figured that out. That's why it pays to experiment. Similar to Pain and Panic's If It Is Good. If it's good. Oh yeah. From Disney Hercules. Ah, okay. I'm not terribly familiar with that. Make me want to hook the Deacon 64 back up. There you go. I've been using an emulator to play. I've been recapturing it the past year or so, and like just kind of playing through it. But it's a long game. I'm trying to get like every gold, everything, like the golden bananas and stuff. Ow, that was a hiccup. Okay, so anyway, let's move on now. Actually, I might want to add a exciter. Ouch, hiccup. Why am I getting hiccups right now? Oh, because I'm talking, probably. Ooh, that sounds good. Oh, shit. Nice, that's even better. Oh, banana. Yes, exactly. That sound bite. Oh, banana. Okay, let's move on. Moving on. All right, let's actually name that pattern melody. Or no, just call it flute. Ouch. What does exciter do exactly? The exciter applies a distortion, but only on the high end. So it's distorting the high end up here. So that means you're hearing you're hearing crispness up in the high end of the spectrum without it affecting the lower end, which has a very desirable effect since the high end of the spectrum tends to be weaker. So it's bringing that high end out so you hear more details. It gives the illusion of more detail than is actually there. Ouch. Hiccups are only natural. I get hiccups often. I wouldn't worry. No, I'm not worried. It's just kind of annoying, and it's like all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, oh," and it's just like suddenly your body just like has a seizure in the throat. It feels like just like whoa. This makes me jump. Hate it. Okay, let's banana. Maybe a slow down and lower pitch version of the banana. Maybe. That could be. Christmas in the high end. Christmas? No, crispness. Not I meant to say crispness, not Christmas. Like the quality of being crisp. Ouch. Yeah, sorry, I'm not the clearest speaker. You drink too fast, maybe. That may be a possibility. Ouch. I do have the tendency towards that. Ooh, but also, Sam, have you played DK64? I have played DK64 very excessively in my childhood, and recently I've been getting back into it to refamiliarize myself. Okay, let's move on now. Looks like these are the choirs. Very African. Spook for the hiccups, yep. What are trying to do? Are trying to restore this song. Ouch. Oh man. Okay, yeah, we're trying to recreate this song using the same sounds as the original. It's all in the description as well. Ouch. Um, Try using using the swap Kong code unless you do already. It makes DK64 more playable. I'd rather really go through it like the way it was, like the way I remember it, rather than using codes. Unless it's just like an unimaginably hard. Okay, so this choir, originally the composer got it from the Proteus FX, but I found the Proteus FX is pretty compressed itself because it had a small ROM, but I found a higher quality version in the EMU disc series, EMU Classic Series discs. So let's fire up Contact. Where's my contact? Oh, I'll just put it down here. Okay, so we've got Contact. Now let's drag in our wire sound from the EMU Classic Series discs. Okay, so now we've got that. Let's move it up to under the MIDI channel with Alt by holding Alt and pushing up. Ouch. Okay, so now let's copy this. Hey, it's that sample from Banjo-Tooie from the Temple theme. Yes, he reused a lot of samples from Banjo-Kazooie and, by extent, Banjo-Tooie as well. I desperately need to finish my DK64 playthrough, but I got stopped in Fungi Forest. Yeah, that's where I am as well. Fungi Forest is hard, man. I think I love playing Angry Aztec and Jungle Japes, and then Gangplank Galleon gets kind of boring, but Frantic Factory is great. And then Fungi Forest gets kind of boring as well. But then Crystal Caves is fun. And then Creepy Castle is great. Let's see. So let's go find verse empty and call this choir. Simply makes it less tedious. All right. So now we have our new pattern. Let's go and paste this here. Ouch. Okay, so now we have, let's go and cut these and then put them at the beginning. So now we'll move this to the beginning and then put a downbeat here. And then let's Alt-C to change this to channel 1. Let's move it down an octave. There we go. Nice. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome, LSA Lamondo Angelo SFA. Okay, cool. So, this might be a repetition here. Yeah, I think it is. So we can remove that. Let's select this and Control plus Delete. Wow, this is really some really low stuff. Look at that. I don't hear a lot of bass there, though. I need more bass. Is there a high-pass filter on this that's running the bass? There's a low-pass filter. No. I need to boost that bass. Okay. So... Great. That sounds good. Let's go give it a mixer track. Let's call this choir. Castle with the minecart was good. Yeah, the castle with the minecart was my favorite. It was technically impressive for the system, right? It was so good. So cinematic and in your face. Alright, so let's go. Let's get a chorus on that. Slow it down. Turn it halfway. And then let's get some saturation on this. Nice. Beautiful. Let's get an exciter on this too. Ooh, there we go. Let's give it reverb. Nice. Now let's put an EQ, or actually, let's just use the onboard EQ and boost the bass a bit. Yeah. This is basically our bass, and I want less highs here. Because it was pretty dark in the original. Nice. Now let's peak it, have it peak at 6, because that's basically our bass. Yeah. All right. Ooh, there we go. See, wow, Angry Aztec, what a great theme. I know, right? I love how it sounds. Imagine a rap track to this. That would be really cool. I don't listen to a lot of rap, but that would really give it that edge. These power chords. Power chords would be really powerful. Are really powerful power chords. It also has that minor, that harmonic minor sound that a lot of trap beat. So, DMX and DAKC, run DKC, right? There you go. Kind of reminds me Temple Mayhem from Banjo-Kazooie. I have not really played through Banjo-Kazooie. I never could get into it. I tried, but I couldn't. Didn't have it as a child, so I don't have that nostalgia. Oh, okay. Nice, love it. Okay, so that's pretty much that. Let's see if we have any. We don't have any panning on this. No. Ouch! It's pretty much a pad sound right now. So let's actually maybe we can give it some stereo separation. Oh, that does sound good. Ow. All right. Now, let's move on. See what this is, what this stuff is here. I think this is that Kyoto Forest thing. Yep. All right, and this comes from the Proteus effects. I was not able to find an equivalent of this on the ouch, EMU disc, so it's just gonna stay low quality from the Proteus effects. It doesn't sound too bad, but you can still tell it's like it's supposed to be a synth. But it is kind of, it just does sound kind of flat and kind of poor quality. Compared to like the other sounds, which is like the way this sounds so high quality, and this one is like just a little bit sad sounding. Okay, so let's copy this, kind of remix. Oh yeah, I should write that out. Oh, okay, so let's go find first empty and call this synth lead. Ouch. Okay, so let's paste this here. And then let's cut this and then paste it so it goes to the beginning. All right. Now, octave down. Ouch. And this is the same melody again, except it also has the different note here. So we're going to do the same as before. We're going to do like that. Control Delete. Ow. Man. And then we're also going to delete this. Control Delete. So now we have both those notes. And then we're going to add a time marker here. Ouch. And then we're going to cut the space here. Control Delete. This is like a fugue section. It does a fugue with the other instrument. Nice. Okay, so that's pretty much that. Now let's go and give it a mixer track. And I want to cleanly name this to like just Kyoto Forest. Let's also name this Kyoto Forest, just so there's no confusion. Okay. Now, to begin, chorus. Oh, wow. That was a big one. Why is this so loud? I think we need more chorus. Now let's slow it down. Ouch. Now let's put a saturation knob. And an exciter. Nice. Now let's... Oh wow, that's loud. Okay, now let's give it reverb. Nice. And now it gets louder here, actually. I'm not sure I want that. That might have been done in the game to combat any... Actually, no, it had to have been done for a reason. It might have just been to cut through the other part. Okay, and now I need a downbeat here. This is a new section. Actually, I can delete this, because this doesn't even matter. There's not really a point to have this here. Okay. Okay. Now, let's go to the next thing. Oh, this is panned, actually, so I need this panning value. Okay, and no changes. So, shall this recreation include the different version of the song? No, not currently. We'll have to do that another time. We're already at an hour. That's already taken. We're only halfway through the song. So those will have to be done as separately as separate songs. All right. Mayhem Temple was the theme I heard in Legend of Zelda OOT. Randomizer and I agree. Ah, nice. Ouch. Sounds like Mortal Kombat 2, really. Will you remaster the entire DK64 soundtrack? Probably not. There is over 100 songs in this soundtrack. So I think it's safe to say I will probably not be doing that. That would be very excessive, but I may do some of the major themes. We'll see how well this one does. People like what, and if people like this one really does well on my analytics. Okay, now moving on to why did I disable this? Here's the gong, so let's get that gong. Ouch. So we're gonna drop that into the playlist. We're not gonna put that as a channel. We don't really need to do much with it. Okay, so next channel is just see what else this is. Ah, this is the chant. All right, so we'll drop that into the ouch, the playlist as well. Okay, and then these are all center panned, so that's okay. We don't have to do anything there. Now the next thing is, what is this? And why isn't it playing, more importantly? Not playing at all, whatever it is. Interesting. So what is this that's not playing that's encoded as an acoustic bass? Oh, here it is. Okay, so this patch doesn't change, so maybe this is a muted part. I wonder if this is muted in the original, and somehow they just figured out a way to mute it? I don't know. That's weird that it's just muted like that. These instruments are crisp. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it so far. So this is a bassoon, definitely. So we'll go and do that. Oh, we got some Spanish and some Espanol in here. Hola, Marla. Hello, Marlon. Welcome, Marlon. Oh, Duende. Oh, nice. So, Jam and Sam, do you know how to make muffled audio clear like you would for Diddy's voice clips from Cranky's theme in DKC2? Yeah, I mean, if you like to make audio clear, like you can bring out the like sort of suppressed high frequencies, like by just raising the high frequencies, like boosting the high frequencies. But it won't be much of a difference, but it'll make it sound better. I mean, that's really the least you can do, or the most you can do, is to just raise the just apply some chorus, and then raise the high frequencies. Maybe put an exciter on it. And it's really just putting a band-aid on the problem of like low quality audio. It's still going to sound low quality. It might sound a little better. Again, nice. We have some Spanish conversation. Instead of the chant, it should be you saying "ouch." That's hilarious. I love that. That'll be something for like the Silva Gunner or whatever that joke is. Joke account is that guy does. Excellent. If you ever have the time and desire, you should remaster some of Jet Force Gemini. I think it would do very well. Do excellent work. Thank you. It's I would need commission for that because I think that's not really a common thing. It's like I don't anticipate that to do well on my channel. But I'm happy to I don't anticipate for it to pay for itself in views. But I am welcome. You're welcome to commission it. So let's go ahead and get this bassoon added. This bassoon comes from the Roland Wind Instruments disc. Roland Winds, I think that's what it's called. Wind Instruments or something like that. Roland Orchestral Winds, that's what it was called. So bassoon, and he originally probably got it from like the JV 1080 or something like that, but we're gonna get it from the. Ooh. Okay, so this has distortion on it because it's going through the main the effects thing. I have to remember not to do that. And so let's let's set the outputs. We'll send those choir ahs to let's see, channel 6. Right, and then we'll send the bassoon to a separate place. Send this to aux. Wait. Plugging out 3 and 4. And then we'll send plugin out 3 and 4 to track 8. And we'll call track 8 the bassoon. That's a great OST. Consider commissioning it through his email on YouTube on the About page. Thank you, Ciara. So I think the bassoon might be too much in the bass to put a reverb on. I can't tell if it's used in the original, but I don't remember it being used in the original. Nice. Okay, so let's copy these notes then. I want to check the original too and see if I can hear that bassoon that's muted out. See if I can hear that in the original. It's kind of buried under the choir, so I can't really tell. I'm gonna say nah, since I can't hear it in the MIDI. at least so far. Okay. So now let's go and find a new channel, and let's call this bassoon. Or you can message me. You can message me on Discord as well. Discord might be, if Discord's easier for you. Been meaning to DM you to maybe add a fact section under your description for live streams. I don't. Yeah, I don't know that people. Maybe if people. I don't get too many questions. I don't get too many questions about that stuff. I'm happy to answer like when the question arises. Sam, have you played DKC Tropical Freeze, or do you have any plans to? David Wise primarily composed the soundtrack for it too. I have not played Tropical Freeze because that was the point where I cashed out of gaming, kind of, because I never bought a Switch. I did. I had a Wii. A Wii was the last system I owned, but by that time I had already moved out of my parents' house and I was in college, so I didn't really buy many more systems. I mean, I had my PS3, and then later I bought a PS4. But I really didn't. Do much gaming after that. So I kind of cashed out. But I heard the soundtrack. It's pretty good. It's not really. I feel like I don't know. I didn't really connect with it that much, and I feel that it's a little bit. I don't know, cartoonish now. Of course, DK64 was cartoonish too, but I don't know. It just didn't connect with me that well. I didn't know you had a Discord. Good to know. Ah, yeah, we do have a Discord group. You can find the Discord group is linked there, and also in my YouTube channel. There should be a link there. I'm out of water. Okay, so this bit in contact will go here, and then let's send this. This is channel 2, so let's Alt C. Select channel 2 and Alt C to change. And I think this is supposed to be an octave lower. Wow, that's a pretty mean bass. And now, but for some reason it's going through the choir channel still. I think Contact is kind of very, not really the best when it comes to multi-outs. Has a lot of problems, and I think that problem is that I just need to restart it. Sometimes it really just doesn't. Like reload it, I think. Let me just save this as a go and save this. I'm doing like a I did like a project repository for this. So let's see. I'm gonna do well. Actually, no. I'm gonna keep everything here, and then just put the other ones in a thing. Oh, there's Angry Aztec. Ba-doo-da. And then let's reload, because Contact is not the best plugin around, but it's the best we've got. Oh, I forgot that was the whistle there. I wanted to see what that was real quick. Okay, now it should be playing. No, why? Because Contact is stupider than I thought it was. Alright, so we're going to try to continue fixing the badly programmed thing that is Contact. So we're going to aux1. Oh, because we didn't put it to the separate master. Oh, okay. Now I have to set that again. It would be so much easier if Contact would just be like, okay, you want this, you could send this to different plugin out and then eliminate this section completely, because I don't need this at all. I'm really just putting this as a through. So it's completely pointless to have this at all. And yet Contact does it just because, I don't know, not really well thought out. Okay, so now this is going to 3 and 4. Very nice. Let's turn the chorus to halfway. And then slow down the frequencies, the LFOs. Ouch. Very nice. And I think this is not stereo, this is mono, so we do need that chorus. Very nice. Okay, now let's the saturation knob on this. Very nice. Now let's get an exciter on that. That one sound, that one wave in this patch is a bit of a bummer. I want to mute it out. Yeah, this one right here. Kind of annoying. Nice. Pretty cool. Okay, so I now want to remove these notes. Yeah, let's... So this is going to be... So let's control delete this. And then let's put a time marker here. Cool. Yeah, I prefer the darker aesthetics of the original trilogy. Yes, me too. I like Tropical Freeze version of Lockjaw Saga. I'll have to check that out. Don't really remember that too well. I like most of the Freak Factories. I love them. How the technology fails, especially in the future. How we have gone a long way, right? Even in the future, nothing works. Because it's designed to line the company's pockets rather than be useful to the consumer. Low effort program. So we got this and then we can probably easily mute this out. I'm just gonna keep it there just for safekeeping, just in case it sounds better with that on there. We'll see. Now let's also control delete this space here. Sam, please restore the original soundtrack of Super Mario or RPG. I might consider one from Super Mario RPG to see how it goes, because that's a pretty popular one. So we'll see how people like it. But if you want a specific song commissioned, you can you have to contact me and see if you can you can get a commission going. Yoshi's Island is doing really well. Okay, so let's do a time marker and then time marker here. Nice. Nice. Very nice. I like that. Okay, now that's pretty much... I think we do need some reverb, because when it goes higher, it really kind of affects the... Nice. I do appreciate that reverb quite a bit. Let's get some more chorus on it. The choir should be placed with more owls. Sam, please. Okay. Yeah, oh, yeah. Earthbound. Oh man, Earthbound is like what I've heard of Earthbound. It's really not my style. Whoops! Ouch. I know people like Earthbound a lot, but I don't know. I don't know about that, man. Too experimental for me. I like pleasant sound, like really pleasant sounding stuff like this. I do. Although isn't that one song from Earthbound that was used in Smash, like the one that was used in Smash Bros. Melee? It was like it was really good. It was like Because I Love You or something like that. Dum 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 da da dee. Da, dum, 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 dee, too. That was a really nice song. And the remix, I think I like the remix in Smash Bros. Better than like the original song. I think it was like I don't know. It's been a long time since I've heard it. So got that down. Now let's go. Oh, this has to be panned, and I have to do this within contact. So let's see. 45 left. Let's send this bassoon 45 degrees left. Ouch. Okay, so now we have our drums here. So this is a tumba. And this comes from the, well, the composer got it from the Proteus effects, but I got it from the EMU Classic Series discs. So let's take this line, let's take 1 bar of this. And then this drum line actually repeats throughout the whole song, but it doesn't show that because there's something in the Donkey Kong 64 engine that that just repeats it internally, but it doesn't repeat in the melody. I mean in the MIDI file, so that won't be there. So let's put this down here. Ouch. Ow. More hiccups. The hiccups just don't stop. Okay. There we go. Earthbound Final Boss's Nightmare feel nice. Very distinct style, yes. Yes, there's some songs from Earthbound and Melee. Yeah, it was like the like Ness or something in Ness's place. Ness's neighborhood or something like that. Hello, Sam. Greetings from Costa Rica. Love your work. Welcome, MKA. Well, wow, Costa Rica. I've been hearing a lot about Costa Rica. I have to visit. Yeah, all right. So that sounds great right off the bat. Let's go and give this a... Let's go and give this a mixer track. Let's call this High Tumba. And let's put the slap in there as well. Let's give this reverb. And then let's put some saturation on it. Because if I recall, in the original, it sounds pretty saturated. Look at that. You can hear some distortion on it. Which I don't necessarily want that kind of distortion in this thing. But we'll push the saturator with that in mind. Like around there would be good. And these sound like maybe they're actually stereo samples. Let's see. No, they're mono samples. Now let's try a chorus on this. I wonder how that's gonna sound. Ooh, that sounds really good. Nice. Now let's give this a little bit of saturation. Yeah. Let's turn this down. It's a little loud. But that's nice. I like that. Okay, so that's very good. Now let's get there's another layer to these drums. Ouch. Oh, this is also panned. Look at that. And then here's these maracas and cabasa. Okay, so let's grab this line. Now this, I believe, is the maracas. Yeah, and this is the cabasa. Okay. So let's take a bar of this. Okay, maracas first. This is gonna go on C5. Ouch. And then this is also gonna go on C5. But we're gonna have to tune this because I remember it's like not the same pitch as it is. So this. Okay, that actually is the same pitch, it sounds like. Nice. But the transient here is, the attack here is cut off. It has a very sharp hit in the game. And then this cabasa. Oh yeah, that's actually the right, exactly the same. Nice. Nice. Okay, now let's give this a mixer track. I'm just going to keep these called maracas. And I'm going to give it reverb. And I'm going to send the cabasa to this as well. And let's put some chorus on this. And let's get some saturation on this. Nice. But I don't think we need very much of an exciter because it's already so high pitched. And there's something in here that's like quite supersonic a little bit. Oh yeah, that cabasa is a little supersonic. Let's put a filter on that. Low pass filter would do this nice. Just to cut off those supersonic frequencies. Nice. I like it a lot. All right. Is it All-Star Zelda? What, you mean like Smash Mouth All-Star? What? Or is it, oh, it's a Kirby. Okay, so there's an actual song, Kirby song called called All-Star. Gotcha. Hey now, you're a pink ball. Get your game on. I don't know. Hey now, you're a pink ball. Okay, so let's move on. Oh wait, this is actually like pan to the left now. So you have this spread, right? And the drums. Very distinctly separate. Nice. Good sound design. Okay, now what's this over here? Kirby Superstar on the SNES. Oh yeah, I remember there was like a tune that ended up that was stuck in my head for years, and it turned out to be from Kirby. All Superstar, I think. Okay, so here's the clarinet. Or is this the flute? I think this is the flute, actually. Can't really tell because it's like such like these synths are like not really very good approximations of the real instruments. This is definitely a flute, but it sounds so much like a clarinet with this sample, like wild. Okay. So this, let's copy this. And actually, we already have one called flute, so let's name this one pan flute. And then we'll make a new one called flute. Okay, so let's now this is a contact instrument. It comes from the Roland Orchestra Winds disc again. And let's do this. I remember there was like, I think it's like there's a flute for the actual one from the game uses flute vibrato, but it takes the vibrato out for some reason and it makes it like a short sample and it just loops that without the vibrato ever being expressed. So it does use a vibrato patch of the flute, but I'm using a legato patch of the flute because I don't want to trim it down. I want that full sample, and the flute one sounds really good by itself if I recall correctly. So let's try it. Now, now. So, let's send this to channel 3, and Alt-C to change. Go up an octave. Yeah, that sounds really good. Yeah. Now, if we were to use the vibrato patch, this is what it would sound like. Send this to channel 3, and then we'll solo this. A little better, but actually it's being distorted by something. So we can audition it between that if we want, but I'm leaning more towards the regular one. So let's mix it first, and then we'll audition between the two. And let's put the volume up, because it's very quiet. Let's give it saturation. Nice. Let's give it an exciter here. And then let's give it reverb. I actually kind of think this one matches it better. Let's go listen to the original again. Actually, I like that one better. Yeah, that one sounds really good. Now, with that said, it can be dark. I think it should be darker. There we go. Let's make it darker. Okay. Now let's call this flute. Nice. Okay, so... Just reading chat here. I agree, it's really good. It's like great. Factory song. 0 from here being awesome. Oh, nice. Nice. Hey. That flutter tongue articulation. Nice. I like how crisp this one turns out. Beautiful. Okay, now, let's move on. Oh wait, I actually have to remove all that space. Condense this one. So let's now go select all the space and Control Delete. And there's really no more space, but we do need to set a time marker. This one, it's a little loud. Oh, and it needs reverb. Oh wait, it does have reverb. Wow. Okay. So this will be quite a puzzle to put together. I'm looking forward to that. Like in the playlist. Let's go now to, oh wait, this is pans, 14% left. Now let's move on to this, I believe is the marimba. Yeah, bass marimba. Another African instrument, so definitely not Aztec. But it's a video game about monkeys, so who cares? Not supposed to be accurate. A video game about monkey riding, well, not a monkey riding a swordfish underwater for this one, but a video game about a monkey in the Aztecs. Somehow that monkey traveled overseas and went to the Aztec. So let's, oh, I'm just going to keep playing this. Let's see. I want to give this a separate master out and send that to plug it out 7 and 8. And then send 7 and 8 to what I believe it would be the very next one. Yeah. And call this marimba. We are almost an hour and 40 minutes into this. My goodness, time flies like crazy. Yeah, it does. Ooh, there's a jam. Actually, I needed the bass marimba for this. What am I doing? Nice. Now, this one is playing at 41%, right? Yeah, it turned out to be not as easy as I thought. But yeah, it's taken a while. I just asked AI if the Aztecs had any marimba-esque instruments, and it said there's a couple, kinda. Ah, really? Wow, this man's living in the future, and he's asking AI when I'm here, like using Google. Nice. So I wonder what those. I'm gonna have to see. I wonder what those instruments are called. Oh, there you go. Teponzali, Teponazli, and Mokomanopoli. Wow, that's quite a mouthful. A game with monkeys flying on jetpacks and wielding food weapons. Yes, that is the best description ever. That should be like the tag log line in IGN or something. A game about monkeys flying on jetpacks and wielding food weapons. There you go. That could be like the equivalent of the one of that hard drive article that they made for Donkey Kong Country. The Donkey Kong 64 equivalent is man tasked with scoring monkeys flying on jetpacks and wielding food weapons creates epic orchestral piece and epic orchestral suite. Right? They need to make that article now. Okay, so this bass marimba, we're gonna copy. And then find first empty, call this marimba. And then we're going to go to contact. What channel is this? What channel is it? 4. So we're going to go select channel 4 and Alt-C. Oh wow, this is very mono. So let's remedy that. Let's make this, give this some chorus. Nice. Let's turn the LFOs down. Alright, already sounds better already. And now let's remove this space, since we're hitting this space right here. Control, delete. Nice. Okay, now let's delete the space. I wonder if that's gonna delete that last note there. Yes, it is. Let's give it an extra bit of space here. Okay. Now let's put a time marker here. Nice. Why is there a time marker over there now? Stupid. Nice. Very high velocity on this part. Now, let's give it a saturation knob. Oh, that's a bit strong. Let's turn it down, too. Now let's give it reverb. And let's also put an exciter on this. Nice. Bum 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 bum. Love that breakdown. Dun, dun, dun. That is such an infectious melody, man. Nice. Windows XP Remix is what this sounded like for a second. Oh, you mean like the, there's like, it also sounds like the text tone, right? Like the, because this is the same wave used for the old iPhone text tone. What was it? It was like DADE or something like that. Something like that. Oh yeah, I think it was this. Yeah. If you restore Ocarina of Time in a future forest tempo, it would sound amazing. Maybe. Ocarina of Time is pretty popular, so might give that one a try. Could do well. This sound is amazing. Yes, it is. Thank you, dude. Thank you, Daniel. Welcome. It sounds like the same xylophone / vibraphone. Yeah, a marimba. This is the xylophone would sound different here, but xylophone is like the marimba has a strong tone. Like you hear this, that fundamental tone is really ringing out. But xylophone has a lot, not a very strong fundamental frequency, and it has a lot of really buzzy overtones. So it would sound very different. There'd be a lot more going on up here, and a lot less going on down here. And a vibraphone is similar, but it has a more metallic sound. A vibraphone is made of metal, and the marimba is made of wood, so you have a more wooden sound here. And the vibraphone has a much more like sort of metal and much longer sound. Like the marimba is more about the transient, but a vibraphone has a lot softer of a transient. It's more about the sustain. It creates more of a ring since it's made of metal. Whereas wood really dampens the sound, and it just creates a like thunk sound. You are awesome, my guy. Thank you, Project Limitation. You did it in all caps, so that's how I hear it, all caps. Oh, this is such a fun marimba sound to play. This is also the marimba sound that the sound canvas is based on. Okay, now enough monkeying around. Let's go and get to the next thing. Did I add this? I think I did. Yes. Okay, moving on. Now we have this wind sound. It's the last thing we need. And it's the panning is moving, so got some definitely got some panning automation here. Okay, so this comes from I think the Sound Ideas General Series 6000. Which is a sound effects library. So, and I have this here. This is also used in Banjo-Kazooie. Let's see kind of how this sounds. So it's definitely deeper. It's definitely raised in the game. Oh. Okay, I think he just starts it. So there's like, in the game, there's like these two strong, like, there are these actually three strong frequencies in the game that the wind is whistling at. Most of them are very bassy, but in the original, in the like the one that's from the sound library, it starts out with just this one, really. Or maybe it's just pitched up a lot. Because later on, we sort of get these three there, but I might have to, like, pitch it down. It actually might be way pitched down. Yeah, it might be a lot bassier. Let's see. So maybe... No. I think it's about the same, really. Yeah, there might just be some artifacts at the end there. It might be like a little bit higher. Or like a little lower. Maybe a little higher. Yeah, that's right. But in the game, it starts like right away. Just like right away going full blast. Let me see if there's any volume automation. No, no volume automation. It's just like straight wind. Like it's always there. But let's check if it's stereo. The panning is not moving, so I would say let's use that panning automation. This means that I'll actually need to... I might need to put this in a pattern and just make this, but I might actually be able to convert it to... I wonder if I can... Oh, turn into automation clip. Nice, that is very useful. Look at that. Oh, wow. I have not used this before. Convert to automation, alright. And let's see, target link. I want to target this link as something else. I don't really have access to that yet, so I think I just have to put this... I think I just have to automate the wind panning. And then set that to be there. So let's see. Track 13 channel panning. Let's convert that to wind channel pan. Wow, okay. So this, let's copy the state and then paste it there. And then let's start it off where it's like full blast. I think it reaches full potential here. But the whistling really doesn't start. It really changes character around here, so. And why is there so many points here? It's like, it does every step a little bit. Let's take the, let's try to, I want to try to remove some of these points as smoothly as possible. Let's try this. No, I can't. I want to just be able to, like, remove, like, a bunch of this at once. No. It doesn't work like that. I'll just leave it as is. Okay, that sounds good. This is really loud, though. Okay, and I think the idea is that this repeats after that. It repeats once more. So, now we will sort of cut this part off, right? And it sample is, so once the sample ends, it just restarts over and fades into itself. Or during the ending, we could have it naturally fade out like this. Although I don't know if this is actually, I think they just fade it out in the sample, so that really doesn't matter. Okay, so that's there. Nice. Thanks for listening to 5 solid minutes of wind. Grant Kirkhope songs are usually easier to do, going from the restoration I did of his songs in Northgate's Goldeneye, or Norgate. Oh wait, what is that guy? Norgate. Yeah, Graham Norgate. Goldeneye. DK64 has more dynamic elements though, so that makes them a bit trickier. Yeah, it is pretty tricky. It's a lot trickier than I expected so far. Norgate's music from Blast Chords. I'm not familiar. The DK Rap restoration win. Oh, DK Rap. That is like, so DK Rap is like, first you have the vocals are all recorded, so I don't have the equivalent of that. And then Grant recorded that electric guitar, like that clean electric jazz electric guitar sound. He recorded that live. So really, most of that song is not going to be restorable. Like you have the drum loop. I think I have here. Right, it's like, it's that drum loop. So really, the whole thing, like everything that's restored would just be that, and and like the what is it called? The vinyl wipe sound, the vinyl scratch sounds. Everything else would be compressed, so half the song would still be compressed. So it's really not worth it, to be honest. Most and the parts that are still compressed are like the parts that matter most, like the vocals and the guitar. So I don't think that would really be worth it. I think people would like click, but if people click a video like that, they would not be expecting that. They'd be expecting like the vocals to somehow be restored, and I don't want to like disappoint people like Wind ASMR. Yes, I like the echo chamber. DK rap karaoke. Ah, it could be a karaoke thing though. The guitar would also have to be absent. That was live recorded. And I believe that electric guitar was also live recorded, so that would be a double whammy. Okay, so putting this together will be fun. Let's go and get our MIDI. I want to put this here and then use it as a reference. So let's go and put this together. Let me use this MIDI as a reference and like really. So let's put all this back, right? Okay, so we've got our gong here. So we want the gongs here. The drums are going for the whole song pretty much. I think I want to hear the progression. Wow, that gong is loud. Oh. Yeah. It's a much longer sample too, so that's really cool to hear. So where is that, where are those chants then? Chants are on bars 3, 5. Ooh, that's nice. Forgot to mix those two. Okay, so they're on bars 3, 5. Okay, so this is gonna have to come down in volume 2. But these are playing for basically every other bar for 4 bars. So we have it very quiet right now. We're starting very quietly. Let's see, I need the chant. Let's just set this to be a bar for now. So now the MIDI, we have it 4 bars. Then it's coming in again. 19, 23. 19 and 23, and then 4 bars at 35. So 19. 23. No. I think I can see them here too, right? There's like a little line. So that's good. Okay, now I can see that a lot better. Okay. Boom. 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 Now we have wind and drum ASMR. Okay, and the gong is, I can see the gong here too. See, the gong plays again here and at the end. Okay. So now these are all our drums pretty much, and the sound effects at the bottom. I like that it's at the bottom. So let's insert another part here. And then let's go for more drums. We have a lot more drums here. So just insert a bunch of them. So everything is going to go on top of this. Okay, so we have our triangle here, but I can't really tell where the triangle starts. Let's see. Triangle starts at bar 7, and then stops at 35. Let's do the paint tool. Then it stops at 35, okay. And then it starts again when? 43. And I think it goes for the duration of the song. Yeah. And it even has one more hit at the end. We just have to cut out that last muted one. Okay. Now let's get our main drums in here. Whoa. I'm gonna have to name this something different. Let's see. It's gonna go for the full duration of the song. Now we're kicking. Look at that. So let's call this other one Tom. I will name you Tom. Famous Aztec gong, yes. I'm sure Grant could just give it to you if you give him a bunch of bananas. That is an interesting idea, but I don't know if Grant still has them. I wonder if he still has the recordings on him. That's the real question. Because I remember Rare said that they stored all of the samples used in Donkey Kong Country anyway on floppy disks. And then they all got corrupted. I don't know if the same is true of Donkey Kong 64. I'd have to ask, but it is worth a try. Because that would the DK64 rap, that could like be as popular as Aquatic Ambience potentially, because DK rap is like super popular. So that one could really blow up if I got a hold of that. We'll have to see. This is getting super loud already. It's concerningly loud. I think this needs to go down definitely. That kind of makes it a little more manageable, right? Nice, okay. We'll leave it at that for now. Now let's go into... Do we have any more drums? No more drums. Done with the drums. So let's go for our choir now. Let's put our choir over here. Dum doo dum. Yeah, there we go. Now we're kicking. Choir can come down a bit. Nice. So let's take this away. Now where does that choir come in again? Not yet. Not until... So it comes in again with this one, I believe. But it doesn't have this. That doesn't have that intro anymore. So it just goes right into it. Bum, doo dee dum. And then those bass notes come in at bar 43. Nice. I'm loving the progression of this. I'm sure he might have them. Nice. Montezuma never left home without it. That is hilarious. I love that. We got some comedians in here today. DK rap, but the nouns are replaced with coconut gun. I have seen a video like that. It was like some YouTube poop kind of thing. If he doesn't, Nintendo always have that crap stored. Yeah, but I'm not gonna try to ask Nintendo. Imagine trying to get a hold of Nintendo and then you're just like, oh, we'll have to transfer you to our vintage department. Oh, we'll have to transfer you to our audio department. Oh, wait, we don't actually have a department for that. Let me transfer you to customer service so you can go around the loop again. Nintendo is probably... I imagine Nintendo being like a bureaucratic hole asking for that. I'd have to know someone in Nintendo for that to be possible. And I don't, so... I think that would be a dead end if it comes to that. It exists. There's a meme. Yes, I think he was talking about the meme. I'm sure he didn't just guess that. I'm sure he's like he knows that meme. He was like actively. That would be a really wild guess. Really deep bass here. Nice. Cool. Now let's bring in what's next? What would be the next option? The bassoon. The bassoon is kind of like I don't want that thing here. Okay, and then let's make a slice here because this part doesn't come in yet. I have to zoom in more for this. That's not supposed to happen yet. Nice. I think this does go there, right? No, it doesn't. I think it goes here. Definitely doesn't go to the end. Okay, that's cool. Okay, now let's go to insert one. Let's do the marimba. we'll transfer you to the legal department. There you go. There will be a legal department somewhere in there. Nintendo with their team of ninjas. Yeah, right? I almost choked when I heard it, especially the lanky comment. I've tried before on tech support their phone number. It was like 1 to 3. I'm sorry, but for a variety of reasons, it's not possible for us to grant permission to use for the usage of our music from our games. Although we're unable to get the permission. Ah, yeah. Like that makes sense. Like they don't even understand what you're trying to ask. Like I'm not trying to use music from the game. I'm trying to like get samples that were like and before they were put in the game. So that would technically be legal, I think, because it's not like even though it's a recording from the game, it's before it was put in the game, so it's not ripped from the game. It's like from the development of the game. So I don't quite know what the legal ramifications are, but nobody could definitely blame me for doing that because it is a big gray area. Urge to seek legal counsel. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so let's go for that marimba now. Great intro. Just with a big gong. Speak softly but carry a big gong. So I do believe this marimba starts here, right? No, not here, here. Ah, yes, I remember this part. Ooh, that sounds epic without the melody. Nice. Where does this marimba part start? 51. Yes, I got it. No, wait. Starts with the bassoon. Cool. Nice. Now, this is particularly too loud. I think the bassoon is too. Wait, I think I just changed the maracas instead. Nice. I've seen that Nintendo textures for public domain access. Accessible from sample sites. Okay, like the thing is, like if they use a sample from like Omnisphere or some sample library, those samples are designed for commercial stuff, so those are illegal. Like you can't copyright a sample from a sample library that was released for commercial purposes. Anyone who owns a sample library has license to use that in for commercial purposes. That's why I guess kind of why they can't stop me from doing this stuff, because these libraries that I'm using are all from like libraries from the 90s, so they're open source. Like even though they were used in the game, you can't like you can't make that exclusive to the game. It was widely released for commercial purposes. So with that being said, let's insert one here. And what's next to do? It's sounding great already. So there's no more harmony instruments. Now we're moving into melody instruments. And the first melody instrument is the pan flute. Actually, I think that starts back here. Yeah, I do believe it started here. Yes. Yes, that sounds right. Now this stops here. And then we have another one. When does it do it again? Nice. Okay, it does it again with the second choir part. And then we're gonna cut this last note off. And then we're gonna use the second note instead. But this pan flute is too loud now. Cool, we're not peaking yet. We're only peaking sparingly. Nice. And I don't think the pan flute is used anywhere else, is it? Let's see. Oh yeah, it actually is. Wait, where is this one? If I remember, let's see if I remember correctly. I think it's used here. Ah, yeah, because it ends the phrase. There we go. And then what's this part? I think this goes at the end, right? This actually doesn't need to be here. I do believe that's where this is used. Yes. Okay, I'm right again. Nice ending. Nice natural ending. Beautiful. Think about Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat. There you go. Wow, this is making so y'all making some jokes in chat today. That's funny. Like trap genre music. It's catchy. Yeah, right. I remember one time some like way back in the 90s, like when I was like looking at Donkey Kong remixes and stuff. Or like maybe in the early 2000s, but someone, oh no, yeah, it must have been in the 2000s. It was like someone made a cover of this and they called it 50 Cent Goes to Egypt. I thought that was funny. I never forgot that. And it had like a trap beat, it had like a hip hop beat under it. It was funny. I think the marimbas are in 27, are supposed to be in 25 or 35. Okay, let's check on that then. Let's see. Yeah, you are right. Ah, yes, I remember now. No, it was called 50 Cent Goes to Egypt. It was the name of that cover. I thought that was hilarious. 50 Cent. Goofy. Would love it if it was still on. That was still on. It's gone. It's like lost to the internet by now. If I really wanted to, I could make like a hip hop cover of this, like put a hip hop beat on this. That would be hilarious. Yeah, it's probably might somewhere. I mean, they say nothing on the internet ever dies, so yeah. Okay, so next I want to introduce, let me see, maybe we can do this all in one melody line, right? So I think next comes the Kyoto Forest thing. Yes. Okay, here, this one's a bit loud still. And then this cuts off here. And then here's where the flute comes in. I do actually want to introduce another layer to this. And then this probably. Okay, so this... There we go. Now this, I want to take this off here. Actually, let's cut this off. Nice. And I really want to end it with the pan flute from the beginning. So if you do like... And then maybe make this unique. And just let it ring out, right? And then fade this out. So let's Control I to have it right here. Maybe make that fade out faster. Love it. Epic. Actually, let's put this here, right? Oh, why is this not playing? What? What's going on here? What happened? It's just straight up not playing now. Oh, because of the volume. Wow, FL Studio is so stupid. Let's Control I to insert that. I've been here this for over 2 hours, you know, we're working overtime. Yeah, we're overtime now, boys. Although I did start at around 10:30, like doing stuff, so that really tracks. It all comes together now. Yes. So all this is pretty solid. Let's see. I think this, I want to say this is probably here. Wait, hold on. This one doesn't sound right to me. Yeah, because this is supposed to be the only one here. Yeah. There we go. Let's get that a little brighter. Nice. I can see the thumbnail fading out in my head. Nice. Oh, banana. Oh, banana. I love that sound. You guys heard of tumba? Nice. Everybody just spam like, oh, banana. Don't do that. Okay, let's save this. I'm gonna do my. Oh, actually, I need to do master. Yeah, let me. Oh, yeah, that's an interesting question. Let's put a Maximus on here. So let's cap our bass at 6 dB. And look, we have like so much. Wait. Yeah, we have so much space in the bass. Look at that. Let's boost the bass a lot. Ooh, now we got it. Nice. Okay, now let's cap the mids. Let's hear that bass by itself, actually. Ooh. We have the wind going in that bass pretty good. So now let's solo just the mids. Let's cap it at 3. There we go. Now it's filling out. Cool. Now let's go to our high. Ooh, our highs are way too high. Wow. Oh, that's not way too high. That's just a bit much. Let's turn them down a bit. Couple of decibels. Nice. Yeah, now it's really coming together. What's the program? FL Studio. Mastering and a loop. Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot about the loop. Ooh, banana. Nice. Okay, so now let's make a slice here and cut this. This is our ending. Okay, now let's Control B. And then I think it's actually, this goes away. So we have this going away here. So this will also go away. Ooh, quiet. Too quiet. Let's make sure this fades into itself. There we go. Okay, now let's paste our ending. No, wait, what? That's wild. Why would... It's stupid. Okay. Now because FL Studio is being stupid, we have to go and just... So now let's copy this again. Make sure FL Studio hears us this time, because it is stupid. Okay, and now we have that on the clipboard. Let's go and paste. Good. Finally. Now, let's play. Okay, now let's fade this out right here. Wind. Could use a duo more another bar here. Nice, pretty epic. Now let me do my naming here. Yeah, if y'all want any, if y'all have any suggestions for Tim Fallon tracks, or Fallon Brothers tracks, let me know, because Ciara might be looking to commission one. Nice, finally got a great vocal song. It gives me chills kind of just to, because I played this game so much in my childhood, it gives me chills just to say, hey, I restored a Grant song. Nice. Actually, oh yeah. This one, for looping purposes, this one needs to go here. Nice. Since it does, check the loop with the OST version, since it does loop there. Oh, I have to disable the reactions again. It does loop there. Yeah. Okay, so it does loop there, yeah. Each song from plot. Ah, someone suggested the beach song. Wow, I'm not familiar, but really for a beach thing. Wow. That flute sounds a little quiet. Nice. Is there something missing here? Can't remember. Let me check the MIDI here. Ah, I think the Kyoto Forest is supposed to be in here too. Yeah, there we go. Wait a minute, this is supposed to be a different sound right here. Oh, wow, I didn't give the wind a mixer track. Don't really need much on this, it's pretty good on its own. I have to do some research into actual Egyptian music because I don't know a lot about Egyptian music. And then I have to research Aztec music. Nobody knows a lot about Aztec music. Fugue section. Nice. Move the Kyoto Forest stuff up here. Okay, this flute is entirely too loud right here. What is this doing in the, Nice. I think the wind is a little loud. Oh yeah, that's much better with the wind lowered, right? Here's where it's pretty loud overall. That's really good. Oh yeah, once you lower that wind sound, I'm like, ooh, that really makes a difference. Have you heard of Peruvian flute music? It's very good. I have not. I'll have to listen to that. I love ethnic music. I'm gonna have to do some research into that. It sounds very relaxing. I've heard of like the Persian ney, which is a guitar, right? I'm gonna have to look into that. Send me any recommendations if you got them. Ones that have struck a chord with you, so to speak. Ooh, I forgot to give the chant a mixer track, actually. Wait for the chant to be there. I also need to give the gong. Yeah, so this one needs reverb, definitely. Some saturation. Oh. Chorus 2, maybe. Unless it's a stereo sample, maybe. Yeah, it is a stereo sample, so we don't need chorus at all. And maybe some exciter. Yeah. Oh. Okay, this is also a stereo sample, so no, I don't, but I think I would like some chorus anyway. This is just not very spread out, really. Yeah, let's also get that, like, stereo spread. Actually, it might just be good with just the stereo spread. And I do want some more bass on that song. Yeah, there we go. Let's give it reverb, too. Beautiful. Chorus might be nice, too. Yeah, there we go. Oh, banana. This might be a little loud. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, you know why this takes forever is because it's got a, like 13 channels. Actually, yeah, 13 channels. That's why it takes so long. Normally, I'm usually only working with 8, but that's why it takes so long. Alright, y'all, we've been at this for 2.5 hours, so I'm gonna call this quits, and this will be on YouTube tomorrow. So right now, I'm going out to have some fun. I'm gonna go, I don't know, eat and whatever else I want to do. I'm probably gonna go to karaoke tonight. So that'll be fun. Yeah. Alright, y'all. Some games have 16. Yeah, this one probably leaves it to 13 so as not like to leave room for the sound effects and stuff. So it leaves like 3 channels for the sound effects, which seems fair given that considering the kind of game Donkey Kong 64 is. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's the 16 is like the stereotypical like MIDI channel max limit. So like you can have maximum 16 channels in MIDI. That probably comes from like that was probably the standard for MIDI, and then Nintendo 64 made that the standard too to comply with MIDI standards. So, all right, y'all, this will be on YouTube tomorrow. I'm gonna have some fun playing the footage for this too. So thank you guys for a wonderful restoration, and I hope we've had a good turnout for this. I think this video will do well. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Laffy Taffy. All right, have a good night, y'all, and take care. We'll be back tomorrow with tomorrow we'll be doing. I'm gonna do more DKC 2 analysis tomorrow. So we'll have that to look forward to. Have a good night, y'all. Take care.